Are you guys feeling this current energy? Because this vibrational frequency here, as far as this full moon, the vibrational frequency has been raised to a whole new level. For those of you who are new, my name is Jonathan. I'm a spiritual guide, a healer, and a medium. To my returning subscribers, welcome back, my friends. Welcome back. And thank you for liking and sharing, especially commenting. I absolutely love to interact with you guys in the comments. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about 5 things you should know about the full buck moon on July 23rd. Let's get started. This full moon is bringing a massive change as far as the energies that we've been feeling. You're going to be noticing that the energies, the vibrational frequencies are going to be much higher and much lighter, because now everyone's been in lockdown the last year and a half. Now everyone's going out and starting to have more and more fun. Therefore, that suppressed vibrational frequency that we felt over the last year and a half is now going to be raising to a whole new level. But it's a question of getting yourself out there. It's a question of saying yes more often than not, being open to receiving blessings, not just always looking at the grand prize, the big manifestations, but see what little blessings you're able to attract in your life. And most importantly, how much peace is there currently in your life? The more peace you have, the more in tune you are with your heart. The more things are chaotic, the more rationally thinking that's happening. Therefore, if certain things like that are happening, see what is it that you're able to remove that's dropping your vibrational frequency, and what is it that you're able to replace it with that is going to raise your vibrational frequency. The first thing you should know about the July 23rd full moon is calling from your higher self. In one way, shape, or form, your higher self is going to start to let you know what you must work on, what you must let go, how must you improve yourself. And oftentimes it's going to happen. You're just going to all of a sudden get the idea, should I start exercising? Should I start going out and doing more things? Example, out in nature. And what's important is to start to trust this guidance whenever you're called to make a positive change in your life. Because that's your higher self connecting with you, letting you know, here's what you need to work on to prepare yourself for the next manifestation. An example, and this has been happening to me the past month, where I bought some adjustable dumbbells and a bench press, and I was just gonna tone down. I was just gonna basically cut some fat, and that was it. But as soon as I started weightlifting, for some reason, I just had this inner calling to become the most powerful version of myself, not knowing what's going to be coming up down the road. But I know that I'm being prepared for something. I might have to be more courageous. I might have to have more confidence. But either way, whatever I'm being prepared for, I'm acting on that guidance I'm receiving, and it's going to make it a lot smoother of a transitional phase, because this is going to happen. It's going to be a quantum leap that I'm going to be taking. But having done that work, having acted on that calling, I have better prepared myself for what is coming up, just like you will too once you start acting on that guidance and begin to create and make those positive changes in your life. The second thing you should know about the full buck moon on July 23rd is no more self-sabotaging. Make it a conscious effort to actually be aware of all your thoughts all the time. When you find yourself becoming pessimistic, change that thought right away. How many times does this happen in your life where you've worked hard on something, you've pushed forth wanting to attract something, as an example, and then all of a sudden it literally is in your hands, but it was all that self-doubt and all that low confidence, that fear that was literally pulling away all of your manifestations or everything that you've worked for. Well, now it's time to let go of that self-doubt. Now it's time to realize that you are worthy. You do deserve to have whatever your heart desires, and you will receive whatever your heart desires once you're able to fully tap into your heart. Therefore, really make it a conscious effort. If you're remotely struggling still with self-sabotaging, binaural beats during the nighttime will help. Example, if you're at work and you had low self-confidence, you knew you should have spoken up about something, but you didn't. There's a binaural beat for that. Because as far as moving forward, it's over. It's over once you realize to get yourself out of your rationally thinking mind and fully tapped into your heart space. Everything's going to come forth in your perfect divine timing. There's no stress that needs to happen. All you should be concerned with is creating that inner peace, tapping into your heart space, and then starting to take action, realizing that all that inner work that you've done in the past, every single meditation that you've done, every time you've spoken an affirmation, is going to have a major effect on the results. Therefore, there's nothing to worry about. Therefore, it is now time to be ready, willing, and able to receive miracles day after day after day after day. If that's what it takes for you to discover what is it that you're passionate about. If that's what it takes as far as figuring out how you're going to be able to help out possibly millions of people, you will receive each and every single blessing you should when you should. And the third thing you should know about the full buck moon on July 23rd is amplifying what you love. I was taught a very valuable lesson over the past month from my angels and my guides and from God. Whereas the past year, I've been pushing forth as hard as I can with my spiritually based business and my YouTube channel and just spirituality in general. It is a major part of my life. But at a certain point, there came an imbalance between my work life and my personal life as far as the enjoyment level. And now this summer, I'm being called to ease up as far as the career for this very moment and accept more invitations, begin to have more fun as far as in my personal life. And this is helping me raise my vibrational frequency. It's helping me reach enlightenment for those short few minutes in order to see exactly what I need to do, in order to understand what is it that I'm going through right now. So as far as pushing forth this summer, realize that as far as this spiritual journey, it is your vibrational frequency that dictates how open your consciousness is. It's your vibrational frequency that dictates how clear that connection, those messages are from God and your angels. And right now, you're literally being given a secret code. You're literally being given a power up in order to raise your vibrational frequency to a whole new level in a very short period of time. But it's a matter of getting yourself out there. If you're remotely feeling fearful about COVID, let go of that fear and move forth out of love. And you're going to see everything is going to be all right. And not only that, you don't even know who you could possibly be meeting when you're tapping into what is it that you're passionate about. That's where you're going to start to connect with your spirit tribe. That's where you're going to start to connect with your soul tribe. It's going to be when you get yourself out there doing what is it that you're passionate about, and it's helping you raise your vibrational frequency to a whole new level. Therefore, you have nothing to lose. So this summer, yes, 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 and be prepared and open for blessings and miracles. The fourth thing you should know about the full buck moon on July 23rd is receiving divine downloads and inspiration. For those of you who have been amplifying up your spiritual practices, for those of you who have been going out in nature, getting yourself grounded, for those of you who have been spending the time doing meditation, for those of you who have been having some time to sit alone quietly, answers are going to start to come forth. You're going to start to gain a much deeper understanding of what you've gone through in the past and what has led you as far as where you currently are. You're going to understand the situation you're going to see it from a totally different perspective, which is going to help you to heal. But not only this, it's going to help to reveal to you how is it that you should be correcting your course as far as moving forward. And most important, it's going to show you as far as certain things that we hang on to as long as we possibly can, but at a certain point, you know that it's been long overdue, that you're meant to let it go. And the most fearful thing is letting go of everyone we love. But at a certain point, if you're not able to be your authentic self with an individual, if they're not going to respect your opinions, it's time to separate yourself, because if you have to act a certain way where it's not the most authentic version of yourself, you're just keeping your vibrational frequencies not permanently low, but below what they should naturally be. Just look as far as in your life. Are you all acting the same way all the time? If not, create that distance if necessary, because you're going to see once you connect with your soul tribe, once you attract a soulmate, and for those of you lucky enough to have a twin flame, you're going to feel a much deeper connection than you most likely have ever felt with anyone else. You're going to be able to open up about things that you never thought you'd be able to open up to. Because the majority of individuals, as far as when you start to speak about spirituality, they can only understand like 4 or 5% as an example. After a certain point, it just becomes overwhelming for them. They just don't understand it. But a quick little tip: just before you go to bed, focus on something that you want an answer for. Focus on whatever direction that you're heading in right now. What type of guidance and advice do you need? And put that question out to the universe right before you go to bed. And then see if it comes forth in a dream, or else you'll be awakened during the nighttime. Pay attention what time you're being awakened at, and see what comes up, what thoughts come up, because you're going to be receiving some very powerful information that's preparing you for the next stage of your journey. And the fifth thing you should know about the full buck moon on July 23rd is freeing yourself from the matrix once and for all. And what does that mean? It's one thing to understand how a system works. It's another thing to completely remove yourself out of being dependent on that system. But for those of you who aren't quite sure exactly how is it that you want to move forward, what's important is to begin on working as far as raising your level of faith, changing and raising your beliefs, beginning to ask for those blessings and those miracles and beginning to see them come forth. Therefore, all of a sudden, certainty is going to come in. And that idea is going to come forth as far as how is it that you're able to permanently exit yourself out of the matrix. As far as example, getting yourself an online business. You're going to figure everything out exactly when you should. But as far as exiting the matrix, it is your own personal choice. It is your own personal choice. You might have to make some short-term sacrifices in order to stay out of the matrix. You might have to do certain things, distance yourself from certain individuals. But what's important during this time, it's all about tapping into your heart space, because that is the connection. That's what strengthens the connection with God and your angels. And that is what's going to help to create as far as the positive changes that you're looking for in your reality, in order to get yourself removed, in order to create your own heaven here on earth. And as far as moving forward, trust in those miracles. Be open, ready, and able to receive them. You already are worthy. You didn't have your spiritual awakening just for your own personal benefit. You're not aware of it right now, but there is some mission that you're going to accomplish. There's something incredible that you're going to be able to do for the whole world, for each and every single individual, which is going to help us get everyone into that 5D vibrational frequency. That might have seemed like a lot to take in, but your angels and your guides and God in this full moon just want to show you, want to reveal to you that as far as this spiritual journey that we're on, as far as raising your vibrational frequency, it isn't always about hard work, as in doing that inner healing, peeling back the layers, discovering who we are, starting to push forth with what is it that we're passionate about. But it's just getting ourselves out there and having fun. Allowing our inner child to come out will raise your vibrational frequency just as quickly as pushing forth with what is it that you're passionate about. And that's what your angels and your guides and God wants you to understand over the upcoming summer. We've literally been under house arrest for the past year and a half. Therefore, naturally, the vibrational frequency on Earth dropped drastically. But now people are being allowed to go out, and it is now time to have fun. It is now time to enjoy ourselves, get ourselves in the present moment, and just have a blast, and naturally raise our vibrational frequency to a whole new level. And as you do this, you're going to start to notice that you're going to be getting momentary times of enlightenment. It might not only last a minute or two, 3-4 minutes as an example, but you're going to have so much information that's going to come forth, revealing everything about your past and everything about as far as how you should move forward, that it's going to once more allow you to tap back into your heart space more and more. The calmer you are, the more you're going to be moving forth from your heart space. The more example hectic your life is, the more you're rationally thinking your way forward. Therefore, if you haven't done so yet, begin by creating complete peace around you, making the necessary changes in order to remove certain things that are dropping your vibrational frequency. Sometimes making those tough choices, having to say, I'm going to sacrifice this, that, and that in order to remove that out of my life. But as long as you continue to move forward, you're always going to be shown just the next step as far as what you should be doing. And what's the most important thing is, don't fear stepping into the unknown. Don't fear taking that quantum leap. Instead, allow that love, joy, and bliss to guide you forward. Look at all that inner work that you've done. You've replayed the same vision as far as during your meditation, how many times to want to attract a certain things. Well, now it's time to go out and get it. But going out and getting isn't always just about working. It's not always the money, as an example, won't always come from your career, as an example. There are blessings as far as the ways they can come forth. There's a million different ways. Therefore, just be open. Be open. Say yes more often than not this summer, and prepare to have wonderful adventures. Well, that's going to do it for the energy report. You guys have an awesome full moon. I love you guys. Have a nice day. Namaste.